finally, I feel like I want to paint. And it has been like probably 8 months since I last painted. And I've been like brainstorming a bit of what I want to do with these Daughters of Peahc, or Daughters of Peahc, these Daughters of Khaine models that I have. The project is called Daughters of Peahc, but I don't think that's what I'm gonna end up calling the army. And I want to do something like very different for me, and I'll let's see. Here we go. This is right here. So here is my Seraphon of Peahc. These are just the project names, not what they're gonna be called. So, like my Seraphon, let's show them first. These are like some of the inspirations I have for what I want to paint my lizard man as. Like an albino gecko and a green anole. Like I feel like the important characters and all that are all gonna be like albinos. And then the normal ones will have like these greens and maybe like a softer underbelly, like a green whitish underbelly, with the scales being like all types of green. So that's the plan with those. Very simple. And then if I bring this, yes, I have the girl from Atlantis. Let's just do something like that. Here we go. Inspiration. I think I want to do a bit like, when it comes to the shades of the skin, I want to do something like this, but I also want something like this. So it's gonna be a mixture, but I don't want any one of them to be like this. Oh Jesus Christ! But anyway, I don't want anyone to. Or she's probably wearing stockings. Yeah. At first I was like, oh god, the difference in color, but yeah, she's probably wearing stockings. But that's not important. I don't want them to be pale, even though I want this color scheme. I want the blues, the whites, the dark skin, and then the bases are gonna be snow. So I'm gonna do winter. So that's the thing. Like, oh wait, shouldn't they be pale then? I don't care. I don't give a fuck about that. I think the dark skin, because these girls show a lot of skin, I think the dark skin would look really nice. And it's gonna be something different for me. The white hair, and then I'm gonna probably do blue eyes. This one, I'm a bit like, there isn't like, other than the skin, I don't think I want to do like any does like this reddish pinks or the greens and all that. But, and then I have this one, because I actually really like the dress, the coloring of like this right here. I feel like I might do this on like important stuff, like try or something like that. Maybe I'll introduce some more blacks and golds, because I think if I just do blue cloth with white hair, and then the bases are gonna be white as well, and then they're gonna have dark skin, then maybe, and then the gold. Yeah, so I probably won't need the black, but I think the black will be like the fourth color in case I need to use like something. Because otherwise I feel like maybe it would be too much of like cool colors. Maybe want to bring like maybe like a warm black or something like that. I'm still like figuring this out a bit, but I kind of feel like I know what I want to do. And then the snake girls are gonna be, like this. White underbelly. Maybe not. Yeah, I think we're gonna do white underbelly and like a darkish blue for the scales. While the cloth and all that's gonna be like this bright blue. It might be a lot of white being painted for my 2 armies, but no, I don't think so, because I mean the white characters in the Seraphon one is gonna be like very, very few. But yeah, that is my plan. So, and I kind of feel like, this is something I feel like I can stick with. I want to do it. And this is kind of like when I try to figure out, okay, how do I want to do my army schemes? I think making a folder that is a project name of something, then just shoving in a bunch of pictures that you feel like, and then you remove pictures as you feel, no, you know what, I don't really like that. That picture, I kind of like this and this from that, I'll let it stay. I like that from that, and then you do like this amalgamation of it. I think I had like 20 pictures in this folder, and there's 5 left. I mean, and also I'll probably start adding more pictures into it, because at the moment I have no like pictures of the snow, that I want to do. But I feel like I know how I want to do the snow. I mean, I live in Sweden, we get snow all the time. I have like that type of real life example. I want to show my Peahc guard, actually. This right here are my guardsmen. And this right here is from the Retribution video game, Dawn of War 2. This is the only reason why I still have the game installed. Even though I really like the game, but I've played the game for like 800 hours. So it's kind of like, I don't get that much more enjoyment from it. But I really like the army painter thing, because it really helps me like do certain things. Because my guardsman army, I've tried and figured out a scheme for them for probably 10 years, alright? Over a decade. And I haven't been able to. So I paint a few guardsmen, I don't like how it looks, and I remove the paint. I've painted a few with another one, I don't like how it looks, and I've done that for over 10 years. But I feel like the way I'm in now, I'm a bit like, you know what, I feel like I want to do something like more urban fighting, like urban color schemes. And I feel like this, this looks good. It's a red, but it is the white. And I'm doing white on my other armies. I'm like, Then I was like, okay, this maybe, the purple and the black. And then it would have like a lot of gold. Let's see, with the more important characters. Oh, whoops. To be a bit more of a Eastern Roman, like paint scheme. The purple, the yellows or the golds. Then sometimes you could do like the red and the yellows. With the Eastern Roman as well. So I feel like I might take inspiration from that. This project, I think I'm just, what am I calling this? Like Peahc guard or something? Whatever I'm calling it. I'm not done figuring this out. I'm gonna look a bit more into like Eastern Roman stuff, like color schemes, whatever, and then start adding them into this folder. I mean, this folder right here, I just started, even though I took these pictures over a year ago, or at least I took these screenshots over a year ago. I put them into this folder yesterday, but yeah. These are the... Oh yeah, I think these were inspired by Heldenhammer. This is a Age of Sigmar Stormcast Eternals, I think, paint scheme, which I took some inspiration from as well. Yeah. So I don't think I want to do this, even though I kind of like how it looks. And I feel like it might be decently easy, especially on the vehicles, that is. However, I think it's too much white. Like, I don't think I want white on my Imperial Guard army, since I'm doing it on my fantasy armies, you know. So yeah. And I mean, it doesn't have to be this type of like dark. Like if I were to paint this in real life, I would probably do a brighter purple, you know, to make it pop a bit more. But and when it comes to my guardsmen, I want it to be super easy. Like my Imperial Guard army, my Astra Millitarum, I want a paint scheme that I can do super easy. And when doing this, I'm not going to do the camel pattern. The camel pattern just happens to be, you know, that because that's how it is in the game. But I feel like black armor, purple cloth, and then maybe some accent color of silver, where you get some of that white in, I guess, with the silver. And then maybe like red visors, whatever. Like, obviously we have to have the gold for like important characters. But yeah, I mean, just some recommendations, whatever. I'm willing to see what people say and all that, because I don't think I felt the way I'm feeling at the moment when it comes to my hobby, when it comes to my painting hobby. I don't think I felt for like a year the type of excitement I'm feeling at the moment. I don't think I felt that for over a year. So yeah, that type of content is gonna come back. It's probably gonna come back pretty big in May because I'm feeling it that way now. How long will this last? Who knows? But yeah, the Peahc Guard is what that project is called, and I have 3 projects planned, which are my 3 armies. So that is what I'm gonna do. I will probably start off with the Daughters of Peahc project, even though it's the project I've done the least for, but I'm gonna prime up some of these girls that I had built. I don't remember when I built this. I made a video about me building them and converting these girls, because I don't want a single one to be exactly the same. Like, for example, you probably can't tell, but I've switched out her stance. I've done certain things to her, and I have a few in there that I did that to, so I'm probably gonna use them as like a test to see. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, goodbye.